What is time complexities for insertion, deletion, and retrieval of tree set and tree map? Big O of log n for operations like insertion, deletion, and retrieval. Hash set and hash map are not internally sorted. What techniques did hash map, tree map, hash set, and tree set uses internally performing operations? Hash map uses an array of nodes where each node is a linked list or a tree depending upon the collisions and Java versions. From Java 8 onwards, if there is a high hash collisions, then linked list gets converted to balanced tree. Tree map uses a red-black tree, which is a type of self-balancing binary search tree. Each node in the red-black tree stores a key value pair. Hash set internally uses a hash map, whereas tree set internally uses a tree map. What is a design pattern in Java? Why do we use this? Design patterns are proven solutions for common software design problems. They provide standardized approaches to organize code in a way that is maintainable, scalable, and understandable. Can you list and explain a few common design patterns used in Java programming? Common design patterns in Java are singleton, observer, and factory method. So, singleton ensures a class has only one instance with a global access point. Observer allows objects to notify other about changes in their state. Factory method delegates the creation of objects to subclass, promoting flexibility. How can design patterns affect the performance of a Java application? So design patterns can impact performance by adding a complexity, but they improve system architecture and maintainability. The long-term benefits often outweigh the initial performance cost. Which design pattern would you use to manage database connections efficiently in a Java application? Singleton pattern is commonly used to manage database connections, ensuring a single shared connection instance is reused efficiently. How do you choose the appropriate design pattern for a particular problem in Java? Understand the problem fully, identify similar problems solved by design patterns, and consider the implications of each pattern on the application's design and performance. What are solid principles? Solid principles means in that S stands for single responsibility principle, O stands for open closed principle, L stands for Liskov substitution principle, I for integration segregation principle, and D for dependency inversion principle. So here the single responsibility principle, it means a class should only have one reason to change, meaning it should be handled just one part of the functionality. For example, a class vehicle registration should only handle vehicle registration details. If it also takes care of vehicle insurance, then it will violate this. O stands for open closed principle. It means classes should be open for extension but closed for modifications. For example, we have a service class that provides a maintenance services. Later we need to add a new service type for electric vehicles, and if without modifying vehicle service we are able to extend it from a subclass electric vehicle service, then it follows this principle. L stands for Liskov substitution principle. It means object of superclass should be replaceable with objects of its subclasses without affecting the program's correctness. For example, if we have a superclass vehicle with a method start engine and the subclass like car and electric car, we should be able to replace vehicle with car or electric car in our system without any functionality breaking. If electric car can't implement start engine because it does not have a traditional engine, it should still work with the interface to not break the system. I for interface segregation principle. It means do not force any client to depend on the methods it does not use. Split large interfaces into smaller one. For example, instead of one large interface, vehicle operations with methods like drive, refuel, charge and navigate split into focused interfaces like drivable, refuelable and navigable. An electric car would not need to implement refuelable, just chargeable and navigable. D stands for dependency inversion principle. It means high level modules should not depend directly on low level modules but should communicate through abstractions like interfaces. For example, if a vehicle tracker class needs to log vehicle positions, it should not depend directly on a specific GPS device model. Instead, it should interact through a GPS device interface, allowing any GPS device that implements this interface to be used without changing the vehicle tracker class. What is a thread in Java? How can we create it? A thread in Java is a pathway of execution within a program. You can create a thread by extending a thread class or implementing the runnable interface. Can you explain the life cycle of a thread? A Java thread lifecycle includes states like new, runnable, blocked, waiting, timed waiting and terminated. So remaining the explanation I will give you in the next video.